Hello, hello, hello. This is Rosie Rosette 2020. This is June 29th, 2020. I got wig hair everywhere. Um, can we talk about these Karens? What's going on? I mean, like, these Karens are really losing their mind. There's so many videos of all these Karens. There's one video of a lady, she's a manager in North Carolina, I think. And she's a manager, or she's a worker at a Hilton hotel, and she has this black woman. She called the police on the black woman because the black woman did not give her her room number, but she showed her her room key. And I was like, what exactly is going on here? What exactly is going on? Look. Look at all these are a list of all the videos of all the Karens. Like what? I don't know what's going on. I'm just trying to look. Now this one was the one in Oakland. This one right before I got off of YouTube. This one right here was the one in Oakland, and I went completely off on this one white woman because I felt that she was trying to take care, um, trying to, sweep under the rug what was really going on. But literally, like, there's Karen, and that was in Oakland. She called the police. This was, I think, 2 years ago in 2018. Yeah, this is, there were some people congregating at Lake Merritt, and she called the cops on them. But the thing about it is, one of the men had a white girlfriend, so she recorded it all. I just don't get it. But and they are really going ballistic. And then you have another Karen who told someone. Now this is very common. Told someone to go back to their own country. She ended up getting slapped. This was in a convenience store. There was another one who, okay, now it's all coming to memory. Then there was another Karen who um called someone a nigger, and in the store at a convenient. I think was she a cashier, and then she got beat up. And then there was another Karen on a flight who, I'm not exactly sure if she was arguing with her boyfriend or something. I don't know, but they were, sitting on the flight, and then there was a black woman who went off on the Karen, and then the Karen called the black woman a cunt, and then she called her a nigger again, and the black woman went off. And it's just like, it's so many that's going on. And then the Karen who in San Francisco, and ugh, there's a lot of Karens in San Francisco, a lot. I think three Karens, 3 or 4 Karens got fired from their job just in San Francisco. But then, okay, there's the Karen in New York who worked for that financial company who wanted to call the police on the man because her dog was off a leash, and the black man confronted her, and he was a punk for saying, "Oh, I forgive her," whatever. And then there was another Karen in Seattle who gave a black man the finger and called him a nigger, and then he followed her to the house, and then she was begging, begging, begging because he put her license plate and her address on there. And I'm just like, what's going on? So I've never had someone call me that. And I'm not saying that it won't happen. And I don't even know. I don't If someone called me that, I wouldn't get mad because I call white people, I call everybody nigga. I do. if you get me mad enough, I will. So, whatever. It's just, but I don't know. Well, it depends on how I'm feeling. No, I'm not gonna go to jail over sticks and stones. I'm gonna break my bones, but names, they won't hurt me. They may offend me, but it's not gonna land me in jail. Um, but what is it? Do people not understand, the climate of the country, where the country, what type of environment or not environment, calamity with Karens and police brutality and police killings and, the COVID and people have to quarantine and people are a little, like, do you guys understand that? Like, again, we're not in the 1820s or the 1630s. Like, this is 2020, and I don't know what type of, I don't even know how to say this. I don't know what type of gang affiliation that you guys have. I mean, the Old Boys Club, I think that's pretty much being taken down bit by bit. Not totally, but like the white privilege doesn't really stand up. I mean, it does. It does. Look, I would be stupid to say it does. It doesn't, because it does. It's very evident. You can look at the social economic statuses of blacks and whites. You can look at, the prison populations in California. And mind you, there's 113,000 prisoners in California. Why? I don't know. It ain't that much crime in the world. I think we have more prisoners in our state than most countries have in their entire country. Although we do have 40 million, but still. But let's go back to Karen's. Oh, I need some tea. What's going on with you women? Like, do you think that, and do you think that because of your skin and your education, your bank account, your status, your credit score, your heritage or lack of, your culture, that you can honestly, continuously call people niggers and, yeah, niggers, they say niggers, and tell us to go back to Africa? Oh, this wasn't a Karen, this was a Bob. Told a young man to go pick cotton. I said, oh my goodness. Now, this is just too much. I'm not saying not everyone has a little racism in it. I'm not saying that, because I would be a literal fool to say that. But what I am saying is this is 2020 and you just don't say certain things. This man said it to a young boy. A young boy. I do remember, I think I was in Walmart and a Vietnamese man said, yeah, that's why we don't like you black people. I think I went off. And I think I said something like, well, what I say? Well, you in my country, I'm not in yours. Even though I've been to Vietnam, but you don't see, you came over here. I didn't go over to Vietnam to stay. I think it was more surprised that I had been to his country or whatever. And I love Vietnamese people. They are, I do. I mean, I like everyone. And this is why, I'm appalled at the amount of what Karens are doing. And this is why. Because if you call the police, in which they do, when the key word is, or the key phrase, the key phrase is, I feel threatened. Okay? So if they say, this black man is threatening me, and then the cops come, and they ain't got no sense. I'm not going to say the San Jose, because, I like my downtown crew, whatever, my nieces and nephews. Shout out to SJPD in downtown San Jose. Anyway, so I'm not talking about them. Now, what happens on the east side or on the far west side or in the south, whatever. But the downtown crew, I got y'all. But anyway, but if they come and they see, a black man being suspicious, he can literally die, because for some reason, you know, in the academy they teach to shoot and kill black men. They do. They do. I haven't found out what week or what book or actually what paragraph, but when I will definitely get back to you. But it's evident that somewhere in the police academy in the US of A that they shoot to kill black. I mean, the reason why that the police were originated is to take care of slaves. It's 2020. We're no longer slaves, okay? I don't know if you Karens or Bobs or whoever else feel that that's still evident, but it's not. I mean, we're not literally slaves. We are slaves to, retail and, butter and not guns, butter and guns things, not literally butter and guns or whatever, but we're not slaves, you know. So times are changing. And you Karens, y'all gonna have to get this together because we are not our ancestors. And you guys are getting it on the back end, literally. I would think that you guys would be sick of getting fired, getting beat up for harassing and insulting people. Like, there's no justification for you guys to continually have this elitist, white privileged attitude, especially when my folks is the one that built this country. My other folks are the ones that were natives, not you guys, not you guys. I told you when this lady asked me 5 times, are you sure you're a native of San Francisco? 5 times. Five times. If you don't get your... Anyway, so Karens, get it together because you guys are about to, this is a new era. And it doesn't... You guys don't look too cute getting beat up and slapped and punched and all that other stuff. Hair being pulled or whatever. You guys are getting dragged. Listen, if you can talk that talk, make sure you can walk that walk and take some boxing lessons. If you feel that you're so entitled or privileged that you think you can still call black women or black men niggers and tell them to go pick cotton, make sure you got it, you packing or something. Pack a boxing gloves or something. All right. I'll talk to you guys later. You Karens, stop it. Stop.